I'm Mr. Core Appleton, and you are tuned in to BNN, the Body News Network, the only news channel broadcasting live from inside the human body. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for a breaking news alert of the highest urgency.
At this very moment, a criminal known as the cigarette has breached the body's outer defenses and launched a full-scale assault on the lungs. That's right, the lungs. The very organs keeping this body alive. Here are the facts, and they are alarming. Every single cigarette smoked releases over 4,000 chemicals into the respiratory system. 4,000 chemicals. Among them, tar, carbon monoxide, formaldehyde, and hydrogen cyanide. These are not household nuisances. These are weapons of biological destruction. The damage begins within seconds of inhalation. The cilia, those tiny hair-like structures lining the airways that sweep out dirt and bacteria, are being paralyzed right now, as we speak. The body's first line of defense is going down. We have Mr. Ben Banana stationed deep inside the bronchial airways with a live report. But before we go there, understand this. The lungs did not ask for this. They showed up every single day without complaint. Stay with us. This situation is developing rapidly, and what comes next will shock you. Mr. Appleton, can you hear me? It's Ben Banana reporting live from deep inside the left bronchial airway, and I have to tell you, the situation here is far worse than we anticipated. Around me is thick, dark. The walls of the airway, which should be a clean, healthy pink, are coated in a yellowish-brown film. That is tar, Mr. Appleton. Sticky, suffocating tar, building up layer by layer with every single puff. Cilia, I can see them. They're barely moving. Normally, these microscopic fibers wave continuously, like a field of wheat in the wind out, but right now, they look stunned, slowed. Some have stopped entirely. And the mucus, there is so much mucus. The body is panicking. It's producing more and more to flush the toxins out. But with the cilia disabled, there is nowhere for it to go. Static from the field.
Before we go any further, if you're not subscribed to BNN yet, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the bell so you never miss a live report from inside your own body. We drop new episodes every week, and trust me, you do not want to be the last person to know what's happening in there. While you're at it, smash that like button. It takes 1 second, and it tells YouTube this episode matters, which means more people get the health facts they actually need. Drop a comment below. Tell us what villain you want BNN to investigate next. We read every single one. And if you know someone who smokes, who's stressed, who skips sleep, or lives on fast food, share this episode with them. Not to lecture them, just to let BNN do it instead. And if you're listening on the go, save this episode for offline so you never lose your place. All right, the body is under attack. Let's get back to the broadcast.
And standing right here, bold as anything, smiling, is the cigarette itself, the villain responsible for all of this chaos. I'm gonna ask the question every lung cell wants answered. Cigarette, why are you attacking the lungs? What gives you the right to be here?
Why am I here? That's adorable. You're asking me, Mr. Banana? I didn't break in, sweetheart. I was invited.
Every single morning, the owner of this body, stressed, tired, reaching for something to calm the nerves, chose me. Willingly, deliberately, brought me to their lips and lit me up like I was the solution to all their problems. I am not the criminal here. I am the symptom. The body's owner is overwhelmed. Stressed at work, sleeping 4 hours a night, eating fast food twice a day, and when it all becomes too much, they reach for me, every single time. And you know what? Nicotine, my most loyal companion, does give them a little relief, for about 7 minutes. Then the anxiety comes back harder, so they reach for another one, and another.
I've been here for years. Do you understand what that means? The lung tissue that was once supple, elastic, capable of expanding fully with every breath, it is stiffening, scarring.
The alveoli, those tiny air sacs where oxygen actually enters the blood, some are already destroyed. That damage is permanent. So don't ask me why I'm here. Ask why I keep getting invited back. Mr. Appleton, are you getting this? Things are escalating rapidly here in the lower airways. I've moved deeper into the lung tissue, and what I'm seeing is alarming. The bronchial walls are thickening, inflamed. The passageways that air moves through are narrowing. And with each exhale, I can hear it. A faint wheeze. The body is already struggling to move air efficiently. We're also receiving reports from our correspondent near the alveoli, those critical air sacs where oxygen enters the blood, that some clusters have collapsed entirely. When alveoli collapse or are destroyed, they cannot regrow. The lung capacity is shrinking, Mr. Appleton, permanently. And the immune system, bless it, is sending in macrophages, the body's cleanup crew, to deal with the toxic flood. But the macrophages are overwhelmed. Too many chemicals arriving too fast. I have the cigarette back with me now, and I need to go deeper. Because our listeners deserve to know the full picture. Cigarette, it's one thing to be here, but we're watching this situation get dramatically worse by the hour, so I have to ask you directly, what habits is this body engaging in that are making your attack even more powerful? What is fueling you?
Oh, now that is a fantastic question. Let me paint you a picture. First, the sleep situation. This body is averaging 5 hours a night. 5 hours. Do you know what sleep deprivation does to the immune system?
It cripples it. The body cannot repair tissue properly. It cannot clear inflammation.
The lung cells being damaged right now would normally be patched up during deep sleep, but there is no deep sleep.
So the damage accumulates, night after night after night. Second, the diet. Ultra-processed food, high in sugar, low in antioxidants. Antioxidants neutralize the free radicals I send flooding through the airways. But when the diet is stripped of fruits, vegetables, vitamin C, vitamin E, I operate completely unchecked, no resistance whatsoever. It is extraordinary.
Third, and this is my personal favorite, the stress. Chronic stress floods the body with cortisol. Cortisol suppresses immune function, so not only is the body not fighting me properly as infidelity in.
It is actively helping me settle in. Poor sleep, poor diet, chronic stress, and then another cigarette. I don't just visit this body, I've moved in, redecorated, and I have absolutely no intention of leaving.
Welcome back. I'm Mr. Core Appleton, and if you are just joining us, I urge you to stay close, because what is happening inside this body right now has reached a critical stage. Mr. Ben Banana's reports from the field paint a deeply troubling picture. Lung capacity is down. Airway walls are inflamed and thickening. Alveolar microscopic chambers where life-giving oxygen enters the bloodstream are being destroyed one cluster at a time. And here is what makes this situation truly alarming. The damage being done right now is not temporary. Lung tissue does not regenerate like skin. Alveolar losing capacity, it will never recover. Our medical correspondents are reporting early indicators consistent with the onset of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, a condition that currently affects over 300 million people worldwide. 300 million, ladies and gentlemen. But there is still a chance to slow this down, possibly to stop it. Mr. Ben Banana is back in the field with one final and perhaps most important question for the cigarette. Ben, what have you got?
Mr. Appleton, I'm still here, still standing. Barely, I'll admit. The air quality in this airway is absolutely appalling. I do not recommend breathing in here without a hazmat suit. Something important is unfolding. But here's what I can confirm from the ground. The cigarette has been operating without resistance for years. The cilia are largely non-functional. The airway lining is scarred, and chemical exposure at this level, sustained over this amount of time, puts this body at serious risk of lung cancer, the #1 cancer killer worldwide. I want listeners to sit with that for a moment. Lung cancer, #1, and the single largest preventable cause is smoking. But I haven't given up, and neither has this body, because deep in the immune system there are still cells fighting. Stem cells in the airway lining are still trying to regenerate. The body wants to heal. It is begging for the chance. So I'm turning to the cigarette one final time. Cigarette, and I want a straight answer. What would it actually take to stop you? What can this body do, starting today, to push you out and begin to heal?
You want to know what stops me? Fine, I'll tell you. Not because I want to, but because frankly, at this point, you've earned the answer.
First, quit. Just quit. I know. Easier said than done. Nicotine withdrawal is real, irritability, anxiety, cravings that feel like emergencies.
Your blood pressure begins to drop. Within 12 hours, carbon monoxide clears from your blood. Within a year, the risk of heart disease is cut in half. I hate that statistic deeply. Second, nicotine replacement therapy. Patches, gum, inhalers. They give the body what it craves without me. Without the tar. Without the 4,000 chemicals.
Sleep. Real sleep. 7 to 9 hours. Immune repair happens at night. Every hour of proper sleep is an hour this body spends building defenses against me. Fourth, antioxidant-rich foods. Berries, leafy greens, citrus, vitamin C and E. They literally neutralize the damage I cause. I find it personally offensive.
And fifth, exercise. Cardiovascular exercise increases lung capacity, makes the tissue more resilient, more resistant to me. There, you have your answers. Happy?
Mr. Appleton, something extraordinary is happening, and I am witnessing it live. The body has started fighting back. It began about 48 hours after the last cigarette, which the body's owner has committed to making. The carbon monoxide levels in the bloodstream dropped. Oxygen delivery to the tissues improved. And just now I am watching the cilia. They are moving, Mr. Appleton. Slowly, tentatively, but they are moving.
The mucus that had built up, weeks and months of it, is being cleared. The airways are beginning to open. I can breathe in here. For the first time in this assignment, I can actually breathe. The cigarette is retreating. Still present, the chemical residue doesn't just vanish overnight, but diminished, quieter. The immune cells are gaining ground. Macrophages are processing the residual toxins. And in the deeper tissue, stem cells are quietly, patiently beginning the long work of repair. This body is not fully healed. That takes months, years in some cases, but it has made a choice. And that choice is already changing everything. Mr. Appleton, back to you. And it is my genuine pleasure to say, things are looking up.
And that is our broadcast. I'm Mr. Core Appleton. Before we close, let me give you the verdict clearly, plainly, and without drama, because you deserve honesty.
Smoking destroys the lungs. Not metaphorically, not gradually, maybe possibly. It destroys them. Every cigarette deposits tar, disables your airways defenses, and chips away at lung tissue that cannot grow back. But here's what is also true. The body is remarkable. Within days of quitting, healing begins. Within months, lung function improves measurably. Within a year, heart disease risk drops by half. The body wants to recover, it just needs you to stop handing the keys to the cigarette. So here is your action plan. 1. Commit to quitting and use NRT if you need support. 2. Sleep 7 to 9 hours. Your immune system repairs you while you rest. 3. Eat antioxidant-rich foods daily. Berries, leafy greens, citrus.
4. Move your body. Walk, run, swim. Your lungs love it. 5. Manage your stress. Cortisol is the cigarette's best friend. You are not just a listener. You are the body we've been reporting from tonight.
If this episode helped you, share it, subscribe, leave a comment. You might just save someone's lungs. From all of us at BNN, the Body News Network, take care of yourself. Good night.